this is the most epic underwater footage I've ever watched unfold in front of me.
Prepare to immerse yourself into the underwater unknowns that obsess anglers across the globe.
Ready?
I'm fishing maniac Ali Hamidi.
And we're off the underwater mark.
And alongside our underwater experts...
This is amazing.
Wah! And my angling buddies.
Unbelievable. Feels like a very, very good fish.
We'll expose underwater myths and truths.
What is the answer?
Want to see what baits carp love most? Now we're talking attraction. Experience tackle and tech in different scenarios.
Oh, it's on! Yeah!
And witness the fine lines between success and failure.
No, no, no.
All is unearthed in the underwater grand fishing adventure.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a piggy underwater. This time, our underwater carp research project found us at the lake known as the Lake of Dreams, aka the mighty Grenville. A mega 70-acre gravel pit in the heart of Cambridgeshire in England with 2,000 UK-bred carp. It has some absolute beasts by UK standards, including an enormodon last out at over 65 pounds, which could now easily tip the scales over the current British record of 68 pounds, 1 ounce.
My UK PB is from this very lake. That is a carp to remember. A whopping 54 pounds, 11 ounces.
Yes. Get in there.
Also, Bobby Zamora's PB is from this lake too, 52 pounds, 6 ounces.
Yes.
Caught during Series 1
This is why we've come here, mate.
of the Grand Fishing Adventure.
To catch giant carp.
And Bobby is in fact also my partner in crime for this new adventure too, where between us we shall attempt to catch the potential British record carp, all on an underwater camera. No easy target, eh? It was May, an unusually misty and cold day, but we were bang up for the challenge.
I am sniffing in the air of the greatest atmosphere on British soil. Good to be back, brother.
Mate, it's great to be back. I have no idea what you're talking about, but great to be back here.
The water of both of our personal bests. The corner behind me is exactly where you caught your PB. Out there is possibly the biggest carp in this country. It's got to be fueling you.
Mate, I am so excited, and there's an element of underwater as well. Catching that on camera, that's the icing on the cake, isn't it?
Now, I'll tell you what the icing on the cake is, right, before we go and get the rods out, because I'm going to wet myself if I don't get them out soon, right?
Yeah.
What'd you make of this? Like it?
OMG.
Let's get the rods out.
Please.
With our previous experience of this lake and having fished here before at this very time of year, which is mid-May, we'd pre-planned exactly where to set up base camp. We knew the carp liked the shallower margins this time of year and that they loved the corner where Bobby had caught his PB 2 years before, which also happened to be pretty clear for filming. So 2 underwater live cams had been placed there the previous day with some bait, and we'd already seen carp visit both spots via the cameras. Very encouraging. The underwater live cameras had been placed in position the day before by our one and only Dive Master General, Lukey Boy. I was going to use a spring-loaded lead system with cell paste around the lead and a lock-hook long legs pop-up rig. Bob also used a spring-loaded lead system, minus the paste, with a Reedsmere-style stiff hinge rig and a higher track pop-up. Both rigs had proved successful on previous trips here. Luke carefully swam the rigs out one at a time, starting with Bob's. After placing the rig in front of the first camera, Luke then scattered some bait around it. A mix of boilies, tigers, pellet and hemp, what I call the buffet theory. Next, it was onto my rig. I'd gone for some extra attraction by moulding a soluble cell paste around the lead, a method that had become a successful constant in my carp fishing. Both live cam rigs were now in position, and while we let those spots settle after the diver commotion, we wanted to put 2 more rods out to the right of the island.
A place where no man has ever fished before.
The lake owner Paul was going to let us fish there in the name of research.
Brand new restaurant opening up on the edge of the island.
So I took Bob's rig and my own out on the boat with Luke.
Oh, it's a misty, big carpy feeling morning. Ooh.
Both rigs were going to be placed in front of mobile spy cams. They couldn't be viewed live. They're more like CARP VAR and can only be viewed after the event.
Oh, good. Have some bait on your head.
This island area we fully loaded with several kilos of free bait, much more than the margin corner, in the hope of attracting in a large group of passing carp. All 4 traps were now set. So to recap, a rod each on spy cams by the island, another 2 rods in front of live cams along the margin in the corner. We were hot to trot, just in time for the rain to start. Definitely not the most ideal weather for our live cam spots, that's for sure.
This area where the live cams are, I think is going to be sunshine and bathing temperatures, which currently, you love the sound of rainfall, don't you?
I do. It does send me to sleep, and it's my little happy place, but not the greatest for these margin spots, I don't think.
But the long rods, which are our spy cams, they are the ones for any type of weather. So I think we've got all bases covered. I think we've got 4 rods in 4 different depths. Beautiful, you know?
We're sitting pretty.
After a further 90 minutes of us sitting, well, more chilly in damp May conditions.
Oh, that's a carp drifting over. First carp coasting over. Hang on. On the live rod on the clay spot, 11:32.
We really weren't expecting that in the live cam area, so this was great news.
Oh, one over mine. 11:34, one over mine.
You look like you
Oh,
look as well.
Oh, Bobby, that's going to go for your let's go for your rig. Oh no, just short of it. Oh, Bob. Wow.
Well, they've obviously come in and 2
They've just come in.
maybe.
Wow, that was close, man. Well, it's drizzly. We weren't expecting them to come into this corner in this weather, and out of nowhere, at roughly 11:32, all things changed in an instant.
The wind has changed, though, and it is blowing in it. It has been for the last about an hour, to be honest, 40 minutes.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
Nice. Absolutely buzzing to be back. I know this place has giants, monsters, in fact. The only problem is I was not looking forward to sitting in front of those screens, hoping the action was straight off the bat.
Well, over the following 4 hours, carp repeatedly drifted over Bob's spot, with just 1 ghosting past mine.
Same scaly one. That's over my rod. Oh. Both of us on our phones. Smoked up as well, mate, where it's turned. Mate, we're getting a bite today, I think, you know.
Bob's spot was gaining more and more interest, and all the data was being carefully logged.
Nice, Bob. Nice, Bob.
Mirror.
Oh.
That's a nice scaly one.
Go on, scaly one. Go on,
Turn your head.
Turn your head.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Zamo, you might get a bite before you've got to go off to do some other business. Carp continued to visit Bob's spot and feed, and we felt closer and closer to that holy grail bite. But unfortunately, Zamo was about to get subbed off. You've got to go somewhere, are you?
Yeah, I've got a little project I'm working on. It's a launch night tonight, so I will be shooting off and blessing you with my presence tomorrow morning, I'm guessing.
It's okay. I've got a lovely solution. You've heard about my magic, haven't you?
Yeah.
Watch this. Hello, Roo dog.
I was on a flight to Maldives, mate. What's going on?
So the plan is, now that Mr. Zamora has gone, you have stretched off and you are now in the hot seat on Bobby's rods. And you're very
Oh
good.
yeah. I'm all right with this. Yeah.
God, magic. What do you think of that?
It's special.
Oh, there's actually a fish coming in. Oh, going straight to my hook bait.
Go on.
Oh, right in the book. That's what you're good for. That was close. Told you when he goes, they come in.
Just got a bit of luck about me.
What them teeth, innit?
Yeah.
Show them teeth again.
Carp traffic continued over the afternoon as Roo and I watched intently, hopeful of the first pickup in front of one of the live cameras.
Oh, that's a decent one. That's a piggy. That's a piggy over Rhubob's rods.
Pretty much all the action was on Super Sub spot. However, it decreased as the lights slowly started to fade. It looked as though we'd have to wait and try again when Zamora was back on the team sheet tomorrow. It was an early 5:30 a.m. start on day 2 of our underwater project in Cambridgeshire. Our live cam rigs went out first. I stuck with the pop-up hook baits the same as yesterday. Whereas Bob, who was now back in the saddle, had a little tinker and decided to switch to what's known as a wafter, basically a critically balanced hook bait that sits gently on the lake bed, in this case a snowman of a bottom bait boilie and a pop-up. After playback of the spy cam footage of the island rods last night, we saw no carp, but the water was super cloudy. Does that mean carp were feeding nearby on our beds of bait? So we decided to stick with the island spots, hoping the carp would come in en masse at some stage and snaffle one of our hook baits. The first live action of the day was on Bob's spot, although he'd gone AWOL.
Go on. They're right on his bait. That's a decent fish. There's not a lot of bait down there, and there is 2 carp feeding. They've smoked the bottom up.
Shortly after the near miss, Bob casually joined me in the control tent.
Oh, is that the smokes?
Yeah, that's the leftover smoke, mate. And look at the weather today. Already the sun's blaring out. It's going to be a warm day, and that is made for this corner.
You'd think the near-perfect weather conditions, plus a few carp starting to drift by his camera, would fire old Zamora right up, but no.
So, Bobby, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
with you having the patience of a young child,
Yeah.
how long before you lose your head?
Lost
Even though
it.
there are fish who come
Lost
in.
it.
Is
Lost
that
it.
because you've left late night, lack of sleep, or is it because you just want to constantly catch fish? That's it. Would you be better as a trawlerman?
I would be better netting this place, yeah.
You always think the grass is greener elsewhere, and there's the underwater element of having to stay localised, accepting that you cannot be mobile, you can't just chase them around. It is all about the project. Does the number 9 really does start to come out in you, doesn't it? You just want goals, don't you?
Yeah.
You just want goals. You don't care how they come.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, I haven't come here and fishing with you to be with you, although I love you. I come here to catch fish, and this is fishing with handcuffs.
Yes. So that's it. That's what. That's it.
It's an adjustment. Let me adjust. You know.
You just got to take it.
Yeah.
This underwater filming into an encapsulated area, a certain square meterage. Let's call it the 6-yard box, Bobby. Right? You weren't renowned for being that good in it, but you did still get a few, right?
I've got to admit, I do get itchy feet, and sitting in front of those screens for that amount of time and not being able to move is really hard. It's like fishing with handcuffs on.
Imagine if his rod was my rod. What would he do? All the activity, all the notes are on his rod.
He wouldn't be here then.
Yeah, what's that?
No. He would left.
He left.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I'm thinking I'll just drop one in the margin just down there and all.
Oh yeah.
Other side, yeah. I might do that when you're asleep tonight. You'll wake up in the morning, there'll be 5 slings out there. You'll be, oh God, what's happened here, Zamo?
There'll be no fishing in murky water. There'll be no fishing unless the rig's in front of a shiny underwater camera. There ain't no rigs in the water. No British records getting caught unless it's caught on them cameras.
No, the other 1,900 fish will be.
What's that?
The other 1,900 fish in this lake will be.
He's unbelievable at times, and all the live cam action was on his rods. Can you imagine if it was on mine? He literally is a little toddler.
The only reason I want early action is just to shut him up a little bit, just to calm him, and for it to be his rod, his spot, just to deflate like the scenario, just to give you like a bit of breathing space, so you can focus on like. Oh, there's a fish on my spot.
There you
wow.
go.
Wow. Hello.
That's a nice fish as well.
That's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Is that swimming towards my roots?
Possibly, but
going that way now?
I bloody hope it is.
Going that way now?
I hope it goes and eats
So do
your
I.
boilie.
So do I.
Really hard as well, and I really want you to have a lovely hard fight, good battle, lots of adrenaline used, maybe even hurt your back a little bit, mean you need a little bit of rest, calm down. You wouldn't even think about having to
Ruin this spot and then move on to another spot.
just whatever, anything, just to calm you down, just a little bit.
Sounds good.
2 minutes later, Bob was bored again and paying zero attention to the live cam screens.
Oh, fully scaled there, Bob. Look, he's got sound on. Mate, his head's gone already. Absolute plot loss. We're not even fished 24 hours.
No, do you know what it was? I just downloaded the Dictator. I was going to stick it here and watch it. Like,
that is, yeah.
it was entertaining.
I felt like taking a leaf out of Aladdin's book, to be honest. Know what I mean? As Zamo was starting to do my nutting.
I need to do something.
Yeah, I just even when
I'm going to go and get my coffee machine out, wire it all up, put the inverter in, the frother and all that, and make everyone cups of coffee. I'm going to do it.
It was either laugh or cry. So Bob wandered off to try and convince one of the team to make the coffees. Meanwhile, Carp continued to visit his spot.
Go straight for Bobby's hook bait. Is it that?
That's the same fish.
No fish here, Ali. No fish here. I'm going to go make some coffee. This one's really feeding. Oh, wow, it's smoking up the bottom again. Oh, my God, on Bobby's rod. Wow, there's a surprise. No fish here. I might do these on my own. Actually, don't. As long as you're here to do the diving bit and sit with me, I don't actually really need anyone to do my heading. Especially if I'm going to get up early. I'm happy. I'm just happy to come to Grenville on my own. Or Roo. Roo's nice. No head losses.
There was clearly a few carp now in the vicinity, and they were starting to feed more and more. Not that Bobby was that bothered, though.
Oh,
3 fish.
Oh, on my spot. Wow, they're just coming in.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Then again on Bob.
Over the top of, they're coming in now, mate. Oh, they are coming in mob-handed now. Ha ha ha, that was the biggest load of fish coming in one go.
Barista Bob's area was now just building and building.
He's going to get a bite soon. Coffee boy.
Multiple.
Mario Balotelli. Come on, that's a big one, that one. That one at the back, they're snuffling now. Go on. That's a decent fish. Go on, turn your head. Mate, he's missing all of this. He is mental.
After failing miserably on his coffee mission, Zamo finally joined us again in the control tent, just as the action went up another level. It felt like a rod could be ripping off at any time.
Go on, straight line for that pop-up. You big fat mama. You're going to take that pop-up. Go on. Oh, nearly. Oh, my God. Bobby.
No.
Oh, just up at the last minute. This is like watching Liverpool versus Man United. Nunes up front, isn't it? Chance after chance. Look, no pickups yet.
Zamora was finally paying attention. Not surprising though, as it was box office stuff playing out live before us.
Go on, Bob's cam. Oh, there. Yeah, he's just having always eating, chewing, throwing a bit out.
Wasn't even a fish.
Oh, but 3 of them coming at once. Look at me. 4. Going straight for your hook bait. No, one on mine. Oh my God. This is just. This one's going for Bob's. No, to the right a bit. Oh my God, this is insane. This area is just full of carp.
Don't know if I can deal with split screen.
Out of nowhere, the carp appeared on screen in their masses. That is exactly what I signed up for.
Oh, that's a fully scaled on board.
That's the one.
This is
That's the one I'd
just
like.
off the Richter scale. Look at these fish. Look at these fish.
Oh, I can't see
We wouldn't see, you won't even know if your hook bait's been taken now, Bob. You just see a very angry carp.
Bob.
No, don't worry.
They're going to turn around and go back.
Oh, whoa.
Spooked.
The action in the control tent was absolutely relentless. We now just needed a rig conversion on camera.
Oh, Bob's spot.
They're going too fast. Too fast.
Oh, turns. Famous last words by Mr. Zamora. His belly's rubbing the ground. This is all go.
The live cam corner was clearly now packed with carp, but without the underwater cameras, you'd have no idea as there was zero signs above water.
There's very little bait there now. They're getting down to the point where all they're going to have to choose from is your snowman, mate. 3 of them on Bob's spot. Holy moly.
That's the fully scaled. That's the one I'd like, actually.
Oh, your spot as well.
Mayhem.
I can't write enough notes at the time.
Although many carp were coming in, most were feeding quite delicately and not really going for it.
It's a slow one, that one. Look, he's thinking, looking, slowly going through those.
Go on, mate. Go
Yeah.
on, mate. Go on, take that pop up. Go on, one little tilt down. Oh, he's eating in the weed. Same time.
They were picking at small items off the deck and currently ignoring the elevated pop-ups.
That group's towards you now, yeah. I was going to say that group goes towards you.
No, but that's
Oh,
a good
well, that's
angle.
over yours. That's over yours. That's over yours.
But-
Oh, both
Bob
cameras are
looks-
fish. Both cams. You are getting the greatest underwater footage I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that we can't see.
You can well, I can see that's a big fully. You can't see your spot. I can still see mine. They're feeding everywhere. It's absolute soup carnage out there.
Yeah.
Oh, good line, good line, good line, good line. Straight for the chod. Oh,
His fin's touching.
that is a belter. Look at that. Look at that.
You've got the paste as well.
The pace doing its thing now. Oh my God, this is mayhem.
The size of some of the carp coming in was insane.
Come on, mate. Take that wavy pop up. Take that wavy pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're eating.
You seen it? Seen it? See?
He's a cheese, mate. This is absolutely exhilarating, isn't it?
That's a big fish.
Unit after unit continued to pile in over the spots. We just needed one of them to hoover up either of our hook baits.
Come on, man. Surely
Yeah.
one of these is going to go. Come on. This is chaos. Bobby's rod, 5 fish.
Bobby's rod.
Oh my,
Close.
oh my God. Oh my God.
That's too much.
Surely one's going to, they've got, my camera is just full of carp.
It's an aquarium.
The light way the carp were feeding made us think more and more that our pop-ups were just a bit too high off the deck.
Oh, go on, mate. Suck it. Ah, just if only I think if I'd had just the short chods away, or just a slightly, honestly, like half an inch off that is perfect for that situation.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. Seconds, mate. It's minutes now.
I just hoped Bob's bite prediction was correct.
This is cut. This is madness. Look at this. Oh, did it mouth? Did it mouth?
no.
I just need just one of the big mamas to come in now. Big mama come in. Come on, big mama. Bobby can't even see his screen. This is the most epic underwater footage I've ever watched unfold in front of me. This is just beyond spectacular.
Yeah.
Come on, multiple fish. They are stockpiling to this corner of the lake on the live cams. Everything we dreamt of is unfolding before us. Bobby's down to a single hook bait pretty much, but there's still bait in a trail, which is great, which is what I personally love this time of year. Keep them moving, keep them grubbing, keep them looking.
absolute joke, that is. It's like a fish tank aquarium in a garden centre. You know, looking through the glass.
Yeah, at the feeding time bit where they were expecting the food to come in. Another one on Bobby's spot. And this has been... Come on, good line, good line, good line. We're not going to see you take the bait if you take it, but no. They suck it. Look how quickly my area's gone from having loads of bait in it to getting cleaned.
Almost untouched for 24 hours, and look at this now.
Yeah, yeah. Once they move in, mate, these fish do not take long to clear you out.
Then as quick as they appeared, the carp vanished from the area. It looked like a great opportunity missed. With the live cams currently void of carp and madness already setting in, we thought it was a good moment to tweak our hook bait slightly. So we were going to try some pop-ups that my daughter and wife had lovingly decorated with little faces. Luke got both rigs out in front of the live cams in super quick time. Later that afternoon, Bob and I both had inquiries.
Oh.
That's the big fish, mate.
That's quite big. Write it down, it nearly fed on you. Oh, what is it spooking off? The happy face? No, I'm joking, it might spook off the happy face. It's got eyes and stuff.
That was the closest we got to a pickup on the not-so-happy face pop-up. Right, that's it. That's the last time my wife touches my boilies. Overnight, we viewed the spy cam footage from the island area and it showed a few carp had been feeding there yesterday, so we decided to persist there for the time being in the hope of a pickup. Today, a new wind was forecast to start pushing from the northeast towards the far left corner opposite to base camp. This change was likely to affect our live cam corner, and so far this morning, we'd not seen a single carp.
I was expecting it to be like it was yesterday morning, like all day.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Those opportunities, seeing that many fish, the excitement. But in reality, it's not always like that, is it?
No, but we obviously, I know I made, it's hindsight, isn't it? It's all capped in hindsight. Like my pop-up was too high, and I think if I had one just slightly lower, like we have now, out on that spot, would have probably caught one. But will they come back?
They will in time. I think we've got enough time that we'll get more opportunities. But yeah, it is then down to do the rig mechanics work as well. You don't want to be picked up and not hook as well. So that's the added extra, isn't it?
That's not going to happen. We know we've got the best techers in the game out there, mate. Without a doubt, we have got the best techers. We don't get done unless they swim towards the lead. But if they straighten that hook link, they get nailed on what we use. Amazingly, the weather is completely different now. One day it's now sort of almost feels cold, dreary,
misty.
Where are they going to go?
That is the $1 million question, isn't it? But I do think they'll turn back up. I know the sun's coming out this afternoon, or so Mr. Weatherman says. And they love a bit of sunlight and they love this shallow water. So I think they'll be back in this afternoon for sure. It's just whether we see them now, 8 AM, whether they come in now. In the morning session while it's still a bit cold and damp and dreary for us.
But don't worry, we've got time on our side. If we have to start running around with divers and Zamora, even with those hips, he's still got some moving and shaking left in him. It's not sweet, bro.
As the day progressed, the weather brightened up slightly and the wind did start to pick up as forecast, coming from behind the control tent and pushing towards the far end opposite. The island rods remained static, plus a pretty quiet day on the live cams with just the odd carp drive-by. The only plus point was Zamora stayed put, although I feared that he wouldn't last another day if there was no action at base camp. The following morning, we were met with a stronger northerly wind still pushing away from us into the far corner. Carp often follow a new wind, especially on a big water, and early intel had confirmed just that. So I found myself on tent duties, keeping an eye on the almost lifeless live cams while Zamora had vacated base camp since first light. He was now in swim 3 where carp had been spotted. Aided by Luke, 2 rods had been deployed near the margins. Bob didn't have long though, as it was the last day of the footy season and he had to attend one of the games.
So I've ended up round the other side. There's a lot of fish here in front of me now. They must have followed this wind yesterday. Last night I came round, had a look, and I saw 4 shows in the space of 10 minutes. So this morning the plan is I've got to get off by 11 o'clock for the last game of the season. So I've got myself a couple of hours really. I'm hoping to nick a bite, but there's a lot of fish here. I've already seen a couple of shows this morning as well, so fingers crossed.
Well, ladies and gents, the plot is thickening. The wind is playing the biggest part in that. Fish are up the other end at the moment, which is frustrating because you've got this huge camp set up and you've just got to sit here and wait on a big water for the wind to turn. It might not turn. So it's exciting times. There are fish down there. There are none down here. I won't lie. He's not got long, Mr. Zamora, going down there, doing his thing, because we need to. We do need to be mobile.
Yeah.
He weren't renowned for it in his career. Like to, you know, hang about. But he was a bit of a sloth up front, if I'm honest. But he has, because we are now, to timestamp this, we are on Super Sunday, final day of the season, okay? So he has to go off and do some football duties. But it will be you, very shortly, going to overtake Zamora's duties. I would love it. Sound like Kevin Keegan here, doesn't I? I would love it. I would love it if Roo caught the first carp on this underwater film at Grenville. I love it.
Honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
That was a good Kevin Keegan.
That was pretty good, to be honest with you. Yeah, pretty good. I'm not going to give you 100, but I'll give you 99.
There was clearly a lot of carp down that end, but time was running out for a quick Zamora tap-in before he had to leave. But 90 minutes later, creeping into injury time, and just as one of the camera guys was taking some photos of Bob's rod...
Bite, 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 bite.
Was this our first carp? Go on, Zamo.
Nah.
What's happened here, then? We need to get on the VAR, Bob.
Well, I have no idea what's happened now. Cameraman was just taking a photo of the rods on the floor, and it's bent round. As I picked it up, I'm not feeling any weight behind it, no power. So I'm really, really intrigued to see what's on the underwater camera, to be honest.
Ooh, well, here's the VAR incident. Bob's yellow pop-up sitting up nicely on his hinge stiff rig there. Ooh, here come 2 carp, missing the hook bait though. But their heads are now down. They're going to feed. Looks like they're coming back round towards the camera. Is something untoward going to happen here? Keep your eyes on the rig. Ooh, look at the leader. It's being pulled round. A fin must have picked up the line, causing the false bite. Unlucky, Zamo.
Gutted I didn't get a fish on the bank, but VAR has shown it wasn't a hook bait pickup and I haven't been done.
So Zamora had skied it over the crossbar and had to leave for the footy. And I was still at base camp watching motionless live cam screens in the hope of seeing some carp making an appearance with the now warming sunshine. With the wind still pushing up the far end and the bulk of the carp clearly up there too, it was time to call on our super sub once again, Mr. Roo Abbott.
So many shows. Luke's seen so many fish. So let's just try and get one of these out now.
He'd stripped off and jumped in swim 1, 2 further up the lake from where Bobby had been fishing after even more carp had been spotted in that area. Luke swam out Roo's rigs, both of which had delicate fake corn hook baits, the first to his left-hand margin on a gravel spot next to a weed bed, and the second across the bay to the far margin where carp had also been seen showing that morning.
I was absolutely buzzing. I managed to get another opportunity to put my rigs out in front of the cameras. I went for a light approach, little bit of fake corn, just wafting away. This was my time to shine. I had to prove I could do this.
So many fish out there. It's crazy. This wind's just hacking in there. It's been going for just over a day now. It's just incredible, just literally like chocolate milkshakes all around that bay. Unbelievable. If I don't have a bite, I'd say, well, I don't know. Not going to say I'd give up fishing, but I'm very confident.
Roo looked to have timed his second cameo appearance to perfection. He was definitely right in the zone with a carp, and it looked bang on for a bite.
And for once, I have some peace and tranquility just on my own. Although, after staring at carpless screens for the next hour or so, I started to go a little stir crazy, and odd things even started to happen in the control tent. Am I dreaming what's going on here? This is really weird. I went from, I thought, peace and quiet to now international DJ and a Mexican, I think Mexican man next to me with a mask. This is a very peculiar day. Did you bring any fajitas?
No, we brought some chili con carne.
I have no idea what's going on, and I know the director will be losing his, but I think we've all lost the plot now anyway, so... I think this was a sign for me to leave the control tent, to be honest.
So, with Zamora off at the footy and Super Sub Roo Abbott up the other end opposite to base camp where the new wind had seemingly pushed the bulk of the carp, I thought it was time to try and save my sanity. With the live cam area completely void of carp, I couldn't resist going for a stalk up the other end myself, accompanied by Luc and my high-tech fish detecting sonar.
Oh, look. Oh, there's a carp appearing here. Look. Wow, just there.
After Luc dived and confirmed the entire bottom of this part of the lake was smoked up, we stealthily jumped into swim 33.
This was the whole idea of being wild with this new series. This is as wild as it gets. Filming myself, fishing with this legend. Oh, look, they're jumping out here. Oh my God. There's the rig. It's gonna be a pink pop-up. It's gonna sit like this off the deck. Ball of the paste. The magic wand. The tubing. And a little bit of bait. Wow. Fish there. And there. Holy moly, we better get going, boy. Right, let's get the rod out. Let's not even wait for the cameraman to come. Let's go.
Time was of the essence.
This is the ultimate craziness.
Luc swam out to drop the rig close to the area we'd spotted the carp. Its position needed to be really clear, otherwise we wouldn't get good visibility. A must on this project. Let's just hope the carp could find it. Meanwhile, Roo opposite was still yet to have a bite. The carp had slowed down topping to his left, but now seemed to be shown further out into the bay. And they'd also started to bosh out in front of my swim too. Luc going in to place the rig had certainly not scared them off.
What is going on underwater? I can't see it live. All I can see is what's going on above. Oh, another one. They're alive with them in here. Bosh. We're gonna get a bite.
It was now going carp crazy above the water, but what I couldn't see at the time was it was going even crazier subsurface. Away. Yes. The rod had literally been out 5 minutes.
I knew it was going to be quick. Yes, it's a scaly one. Look at that. Come on, let's get this session off to a start. It's not a Grenville monster, but it's a scaly. And we're off the underwater mark at Grenville. Get it in! That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll. We go tech, we go Lukey and Ali. Come here, Lukey. Come on, Ali. Oh, God, yeah. We're off the mark.
Well done.
Team needed that. Super Sunday.
Back over the other side, Roo was watching some of his spy cam footage with another member of the dive team. Roo's left-hand margin spot had seen carp all over it en masse. Total fish soup. It was utter carnage all round his rig, but no hookbait pickup.
Oh my God.
Then the water gets totally smoked up with all the carp traffic, and a big mirror comes in from the left, and you can see it spit out either corn-free bait, or is it his fake corn hook bait? Either way, he was mega close to catching.
I've just been complete and utterly embarrassed. Embarrassed is just what I can say. There was more carp than water I could see at one point.
Just a random question, do you own a set of golf clubs, by the way, Roo?
Yeah, the joys of underwater.
Whilst Roo had been getting his pants pulled down, Luke and I had got my rod back out on the spot before we checked out the carp, as it still looked royally ripe for a bite. As an angler, you must make the most of these windows of opportunity. With the fresh hook bait sitting pretty, I only then took the chance to inspect our first team carp of the trip.
There you go. That is a stunner to get started with. 27 pounds. The fish in this place never cease to amaze me just how beautiful they are. The scale patterns, and look, I can feel that fresh breeze. Springtime, new winds. They just vacate areas, and yeah, we've all had a little go down this end. And there we go. Little bit of pressure off, but there's bigger games to play out there.
As the old saying goes, 5 minutes in the right place is worth 5 days in the wrong. What a scaly banger to start. I was hungry for more, and the carp looked it too. I felt super confident. An hour passed, and with fish still in the area, I just felt I should have had another bite. I just knew inside that something must be up for it not to have gone. Unbeknown to me at the time, the spy cam footage later revealed that the carp was still there, but Mother Nature herself had pulled my pants down. Madness, the hook and hook bait had become completely entangled in heavy weed. The weed must have moved by a combination of carp and also the undertow in the lake. A harsh lesson learned. If you think you really should have had a bite but haven't, reel in and check, because it's highly likely something is wrong. As the sun set on a beautiful evening, the temperature dropped and the carp stopped showing. I called it a day, but at least I'd managed to bag one. Unlike my friend Mr. Roo Abbott, who'd come incredibly close.
Gutted. Rods have to come in now. Not to put one on my bank. I'm pretty devastated, to be honest with you. But that's fishing. On to the next.
A for effort, Mr. Roo Dog. There are very fine lines between success and failure in fishing. Next time, I'm sure you'll smash it. The following day, the wind was still pushing from the northeast. Zamora was back in the saddle, had itchy feet, and had gone back to swim free to give it another go with 2 rods, a spy cam, and a new mobile live camera.
Ali's going to stay up, no carp bay, and I want to try and find them, get on them, and try and catch a fish. Simple as that.
Just the odd carp ghosted by Zamo's live camera, suggesting there were bigger groups elsewhere on the lake. They certainly weren't down at base camp where I was taking one for the team and manning the lifeless life cams. I didn't even have any rods out. This day, though, was all about compiling data and trying to piece the jigsaw together. We've been able to eliminate areas, so we know now the island, off the island, in the deeper water and around the edge of the island. There isn't enough weed to keep the fish. They're not interested. The water temperature means they are now almost hugging the margin lines. Where the highest weed is, the reeds are, and those fish are following this, you know, this fresh northeasterly, but currently with this big wind, they are up there. And yeah, I'm sitting here, no rods out, just watching a blank screen of nothingness. Samo gave it 90 minutes in swim free before reeling in and getting on his toes once more. He'd spotted carp over the other side of the bay near where I'd caught from yesterday. So he set up between swims 33 and 34 and fished 2 rods down in the margins in front of a spy cam and a mobile live cam, which pretty quickly showed a couple of carp.
A nice little ghost pass, that was fantastic. It's filled me with a bit of joy.
As time passed, only the odd carp drifted through on Bob's mobile live camera, a far cry from the action in that area yesterday. We were quickly concluding the motherlode must have moved on from that top end, but where to? With nothing happening on the live cams at base camp, I went for a little scout with Jeffrey. That is pretty spectacular. Another of the dive team. We wanted to check all along the margins, all through the weed, looking for clear spots, what the depths were, just as much data as possible that could prove invaluable, something that Bobby was missing on the other side of the lake.
So Roo and Ali here yesterday, I mean, this place was alive with fish. I mean, it was like SeaWorld Centre. Today, not like that. So it seems as if I've missed the boat, missed the bus, missed the fish. And I'm a little bit gutted, I must say. And I've also broke my leg.
You nearly had me there, Bob. So, Zamo sacked it off, and as a team, we had some thinking to do. Where had all the fish moved to? It felt like another recon mission would soon be on the cards in our attempt to locate them. With the clock ticking, time running out fast, plus the fact that base camp live cams were dead, Bob and I decided to head out on the boat, armed with a rod each, underwater spy cams and a live scope, in search of carp. We'd gone off to the right of base camp after team intel reported that carp had been spotted in an area near the margins over thick weed, and the drone had shown slightly smoky water too. It wasn't long before we found them, spotting them above water. Also subsurface via the live scope, but how long would they stay there? This water was close to swim 21, so we moored up sharpish, got our rigs prepped and hooked up with the diver Jeffrey, who swam my rig out to the right. Followed by Bob's, which he dropped to an area off to the left of the swim. The plan for today was to go chasing them if needed, so we were going to give 2 hours in this swim, then reassess and move if needed.
Dazzler, what are you feeling?
Quietly confident that we'll certainly have fish feeding on us. Whether we get picked up and one on the bank is another question.
Yeah, so today's plan is high-speed manoeuvres. The fish are definitely reacting to the weather conditions, the water temperature. They are getting prepared for their annual pilgrimages just into the weed, and at night they're just drifting out into the deeper water, floating between 0 and 3 meters. So if you were fishing out there on the bottom, wouldn't catch anything anyway. So we are now into daytime fishing, I think, and getting to where they're going to be as quickly as possible. And as the sun and the light picks up, I think they'll come into the edges, into this weed, start roaming. We've got a chance. We're going to give it 2 hours here.
But only an hour passed before an impatient Zamora got twitchy and on his toes.
I'd seen a couple of fish in the next swim down, so I decided to have a little move. I was only trying to catch a fish. For us, I promise, Al.
But what we didn't know at this stage was we'd both had carp visiting our spots just before he moved. Zamo snuck in the swim to my right, and within minutes they got the rig out in front of a spy cam, not far out from the margin.
Jeffrey's found a great spot out there, just past the weed, pretty much where the fish were showing. Past the weed, onto a nice clear gravel spot, so fingers crossed it gets us a bite, and hopefully very, very soon.
Another hour passed without a bite. I felt there must be a mother load of carp somewhere down this part of the lake. As the rain started, I left Bob fishing. I went searching with the help of my live scope.
That was a whole lot of fish that just appeared on that live scope. Let's just hope we can find some clear water to film them. But me and Bobby,
In the rain, we're gonna be moving. I hope you can hear me, but we're gonna be moving. I ain't getting on no boat.
In no time at all, Bob had reeled in and was getting the rod back out in the new Swim 27 in front of the spy cam where I'd found the carp, and I got my rod out too, but this time in front of the mobile live cam.
still trying really hard.
It felt a stinker of a day. We hung it out in the rain, but nothing. Soon after, we found out carp had been sniffing around Bob's camera.
But then, proper news landed.
Incredibly, spy cam footage from Bob's previous swim revealed an absolute beast of a carp had come close to his hookbait, which was quickly confirmed by lake owner Paul to be the lake record carp we were dreaming of, last out at over 65 pounds several months back, so it could easily now be the British record weight.
Absolutely gutted to know that potentially the British record fish was so close to my hookbait, but without the cameras, we'd have no idea that that was even happening.
It was the penultimate day, and despite the weather, Zamo was chomping at the bit, up, out and fishing by 5 a.m. He'd gone back to Swim 3 where he'd fished a few hours on Super Sunday. His left rod went down the left margin where he'd been doing some cheeky nighttime pre-baiting, the little rascal. His other rod went long. 150 yards out was a permanent marker pole at the venue that carp often rub on, and Bob had seen it knocking from afar, so Jeffers swam out a rig and placed it nearby on a clear spot. I'd gone to Swim 22, the very place the potential British record had been captured on camera the previous day. I was hoping it was still in the vicinity. My first rod went exactly where that big carp was seen the day before, and the other rod closer in, right in the edge. Bob and I were both prepped and hopeful for our next underwater bite.
The weather's good. This is good carp catching conditions. They're not showing a lot here, but that doesn't mean there's not a whole lot of commotion underwater.
As we were fishing with spy cams, we couldn't watch live, but you at home can now see what we couldn't at the time. Both my rigs were getting inquiries. No signs of the real biggun at this stage though. And Bob actually had carp feeding on his left-hander. Plus, his rig near the pole was getting some serious interest. But just as it was getting really juicy, the camera battery ran out. But at the same time, Bobby was totally unaware of any of this. Either way, it was now fish on for Zamora. Go on, my son.
We have one on. Hey?
Hey?
Concentrate now, Bob. You need to get this one in, as I couldn't cope with you if you lost it. Oh, there she blows.
I don't think it's the biggest fish, but it's a pretty one, a scaly one, and a start.
Nice and steady. Here she comes. Yes, nice one, Zamo.
5 o'clock in the morning, getting the rods out in the rain. Yes.
Yes, Bobby's had one. He'll be happy now.
Look at that. Just over 35 pounds. New spot, not in the edge where we thought we'd be able to catch them. Out on the marker pole, giving us that sign. And we've managed to bag her. What an absolute beauty as well.
Well done, Dazzler. Remember though, next time we need batteries that can keep up with you. We both fished on in our respective swims, but unfortunately no more bites and no sign of the potential British record either. With time almost up, pressure was mounting for another bite on camera as strong wind was forecast tomorrow to push into base camp, and it had already started to swing. This could be a game changer. It was our final day and the weather forecasters had got it bang on. The wind was now hacking into base camp corner and pushing all down the left margin. Both live cams now had fresh rigs in front of them, but no signs of carp as of yet. We were spread betting. We also put 2 rods back out on the island long because the wind was smashing there and we thought we might just have a chance. AWOL Bob was now back in swim free. He'd baited up again there last night on the left-hand margin. A rig was placed there on a clear spot, but the water was cloudy, signifying carp in the area. His right-hander was dropped along the adjacent margin, and within minutes, carp were checking it out. Bob was definitely in the zone. All rods were now locked and loaded. The conditions felt absolutely prime for a bite and a grandstand finish.
This wind is what we've been dreaming of from before we come. It actually makes me emotional. We've been waiting for it so bad. We've watched them from first light this morning. You wouldn't have been there, but I have been watching them and I've seen them slowly, boom, boom, come down that margin line, and they have come to within, I would say, 10 yards of where our underwater camera, the first one on that margin is. They are really close. Even though we can't see them on the screens, as an angler, you can smell them. I won't lie, after over 30 years of doing this, I can smell them in the area.
Meanwhile, back up with Bob in swim free, little did he realise, but the spy cam footage was currently showing that his left-hand rod that he'd been pre-baiting had carp all over it. But would one of them snuffle the yellow pop-up on his stiff hinge rig? Oh, yes, it would. Get him, Bob.
So this spot down here, I've been feeding for a couple of days now. So far unsuccessfully, but feels like a very, very good fish.
And the in-fight underwater camera confirmed he was right. It looked like it could well be a UK naughty 40. Nice and easy, Bob. This would be an epic achievement. Boom! A screamer for Zamora.
Yes! Go on, a dazzler. This was a massive result for Zamo, and it did tip the scales at over 40 pounds. He'd fished impatiently, he'd fished aggressively, but also very hard. A proper injury time winner for Mr. Bobby Zamora.
What a way to finish my trip at Grenville. Being mobile, moving around, finding a fish, putting a rig in there, and getting the rewards. Ali's static in the corner. Hopefully they'll come onto him very, very soon. They're certainly heading that way.
A 40 to finish and on camera as well. I'm very, very happy with that. Unfortunately, I had to shoot off back to London, prior engagements, but I'll leave it all over to my partner in crime, Ali, and it was looking really good down in that corner.
With still no signs of carp in live cam corner, I felt I needed another throw of the dice. So I prepped an extra rod, a lead and paste setup with lock-style spinner, my trusty magic rig. With the aid of the human bait boat Luc, this got taken out as I wanted it dropped along the left-hand margin, about 40 yards up from the live cam rods. The clock was seriously ticking on the session, and my thinking was to intercept the carp as they moved down from where Bob had been fishing in case they didn't quite reach the live cam rods in time. The wind continued to smash into the corner, and although I couldn't see the carp, I was sure they'd be coming down that left-hand margin. The new rod was on a spy cam, so I couldn't watch live, and I had no idea what was going on underwater. But as you can now see, carp started appearing on the new spot, but would one slip up and take my pop-up?
We're away. We're away. Let's go. Let's go.
Pure panic set in. We all needed to get in the boat ASAP.
Ready?
I wanted to get out to the fish to gain maximum control to higher the odds of landing it.
It's a funny old game. It's a funny old game. I have kept the belief knowing we were going to get a bite today. At some point, I knew it was going to happen.
We'd made good ground with the boat and we're now close to the carp.
Luke's going to enter the water now to see if we can get some lovely underwater shots of me playing this fish.
The rig techers had done their job. I just needed to keep calm and play it to the net, avoiding Luke with the camera. Then it broke the surface for the first time.
It's a beautiful, scaly. But ladies and gents, it's getting close. The wind's in our face. The carp is in the net. We are just starting to boil at the right stage. Oh, we know the feeling. Oh, talk about leaving it to the last minute. It had been a very tricky trip. That potential British record had eluded us. However, 4 carp between us, 3 captured on an underwater camera. That's a pretty good result.
Now all that was left was to weigh in my latest scaly stunner. She tipped the scales at a very respectful 26 pounds and 4 ounces. It's not the British record, but who cares when they look like this?
What? You don't need to wipe after it. They don't get more beautiful than that. You definitely don't need to wipe the slime off your lips after this.
I love this game.